Inter moved closer to the title yesterday, but Milan can narrow the gap back down to 6 points with victory tonight. Napoli sit just 1 point behind the rossoneri and also want to keep Inter firmly in their sights. And we're up and running. Inter did their part last night. It's now over to Napoli and Milan. Good evening, Manuel Pascali.
Yeah, good evening, Thomas. Yeah, we hope to see the same show that we saw last night in between Inter and Roma.
Modric. Back with the Croatian. Here's Bartesaghi. Rabiot. Now Fofana. Straight at Milinkovic-Savic.
Yeah, to central from Fofana, who's another player that is growing in performances.
De Bruyne. Space through the middle. Here is Giovanni. Still Giovanni! And it trickles wide, but the arm goes up from the referee.
Yeah, good move this by Napoli. Great injection of pace by De Bruyne, receiving the ball in the pocket. Ball towards Giovanni, who spotted the gap in between Bartesaghi legs. McTominay too late.
Jury's still out on Christopher Nkunku, only 5 goals since his move over the summer as Modric looks to dance his way through. We're going to have the first card of the game. Excellent work by Luka Modric there, and Buongiorno goes in the book.
Yeah, fantastic, like a young Modric. Look, going past 3, I think, Napoli players. Anguissa, Oliveira, and last, yes, Buongiorno. This is a yellow card, and AC Milan got a good chance from dangerous position.
Bartesaghi, Pavlovic! Just wide.
What a chance.
Milinkovic-Savic in no man's land.
Yeah, great ball in by Bartesaghi. Pavlovic, as usual, being a threat from set piece. Yeah, too many bodies in front of Milinkovic-Savic, who's late.
Salamakers, Rabiot. Salamakers, now Fofana. This is promising for Milan. Fulkrug. Nkunku, Bartesaghi, Pavlovic. Well, what we're saying about him being a defender with an eye for goal.
Yeah, he probably got caught in 2 options because he wanted to shoot probably, but then he spotted, I think it was Salamakers, waiting for an easy layoff.
Matis Oliveira. Here is Spinazzola. Swung in. Lobotka first to it. De Bruyne. Giovanni leaps up as well. Anguissa assessing his options. Here's Miguel Gutierrez. Back with Anguissa. Everybody back for Milan. Defending deep here. Spinazzola, he tempted to have a go. He may have a go here. This is Spinazzola! Would have been some goal had he pulled it off.
Wow, fantastic from Spinazzola. I was thinking Napoli is missing a kind of player that goes and beat his opponent in 1-against-1 situation without Politano, without David Neres, without Alisson Santos. He is the man that can beat the opponent and look to find a bit of magic that Napoli needs. Great try from Spinazzola.
Here's Fofana. Looking to release Nkunku. Here is Nkunku! He's blazed it wide.
Great transition by AC Milan. Spinazzola lost a dangerous ball. Look here. Room for Nkunku. Step over, goes to his left, and then he tried to hit and catch Milinkovic-Savic by surprise on the near post. Good chance for AC Milan.
Let off then for Napoli. Is that a wake-up call for them? Buongiorno. Straight back with Mike Mignon. Renewed his contract back in January, much to the delight of Allegri and the Rossoneri faithful. Talking the Milan faithful, 5,000 Milan fans were at Milanello in the build-up to this game to rally their players and their team ahead of this trip to Naples. As we said, they haven't won in 3 years. Matías Oliveira looking to release Giovanni. Here is Giovanni. Good work by Pavlovic.
Fantastic defending by a solid, reliable defender like Pavlovic is. Probably Giovanni first touch here is not the perfect one. There needs maybe a better one to run towards Mignon. And this is a crucial block by Pavlovic, but this is a good chance. That's the kind of service he loves.
De Bruyne, Buongiorno, and it's wide.
And it's the second time that De Bruyne is taking the corner kick the same exact way from post area where McTominay, Buongiorno, there just a small flick is enough. We've seen from the same kind of position.
It's Rabiot. It's a clever ball for Füllkrug. Füllkrug's onside! But then the flag does go up.
And that's an option, especially because Oliveira at the end did well, because he had to track. Look, Füllkrug playing, not sure, yeah, probably his knee or his right shoulder. But credit to Oliveira. He's not playing offside, he's just keeping an eye on the number 9 and follow him.
Miguel Gutierrez. Giovanni and De Bruyne in support. Gutierrez. Lobotka. Matías Oliveira. Spinazzola. Lobotka. Chipped in. McTominay! Well, we've seen that before, haven't we, from Scott McTominay? This time, though, wide of the mark.
It's not an easy one, because he's going with his right foot. Yeah, the ball is in the air. Look, great coordination, by the way. Not far away, but this is a terrific effort.
Lobotka finds Matías Oliveira. Referee having a quick glance at the watch into the very last few seconds, then the dying embers of the first half. And there goes the half-time whistle. It's goalless here at the break. The best result for Inter, who are watching on. Hello again and welcome back to the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona. It's currently goalless between Napoli and Milan. And we're back underway then. So we'll see whether these sides have that cutting edge then, Manuel, in the second period.
Yeah, they need to try to win it. Simple as that. Of course, they maybe know, as Allegri often said, he's thinking about a Champions League spot. But if you want maybe to have a chance even in a title race, you have to try to get the 3 points here, or Inter at home will lick their lips.
Salamakers. Milan determined to play their way out of trouble, and they've done just that. Nkunku, away from the congested near side. Nkunku, one-on-one with Gutierrez. Fulkrug, now Bartezaghi. Nkunku, still bobbling about. Now De Bruyne, away from Modric. De Bruyne has spotted Giovanni. End-to-end stuff here. Giovanni, nicely done, Giovanni! Mike Maignan puts it out behind. Great play from Napoli.
That's what he's all about, the number 23. On one side, crucial block by Spinazzola. And here, if he's got room to attack a space, he's quick. And look his left foot there. Wonderful strike. Decent save by Mike Maignan. Great stuff.
Giovanni, first to that loose ball. Giovanni has come to life in the second period. Now Spinazzola checks inside. This is De Bruyne. Still there, McTominay. Matheus Oliveira couldn't quite apply that finishing touch.
Yeah, beautiful. Through ball from Spinazzola, who spotted McTominay, I think, run. No, De Bruyne run. From there, out of balance, he tried to play the decent ball in, and the near post, McTominay won the challenge there against Maignan.
De Bruyne. This is Miguel Gutierrez, one-on-one with Bartezaghi. Still with the Spaniard. Milan have done well to get men back into position. De Bruyne. Spinazzola. Napoli, Napoli patiently trying to find an opening here. Spinazzola. Anguissa! Heads it wide.
How many times we've seen in the last couple of years Napoli finding a way to deliver the ball in, and with Anguissa and McTominay inside the box is always a danger.
Jimenez coming on for Fulkrug. Santi Jimenez, who has said he's hungrier than ever after his time out, after undergoing ankle surgery, really wants to grasp this opportunity. Modric. Now Atekame. He has scored from that kind of range this season. Late leveller at home to Pisa. De Bruyne's ball. Maignan comes. Anguissa. Mike Maignan keeps it out. Making amends, really. Mike Maignan, the initial decision wasn't the best one.
Yeah, so I've seen on the board as well, number 11. But no, De Bruyne is still on the park. Yeah, probably maybe Spinazzola, don't know.
And Giovanni coming off just to confirm then.
Yeah, Nkunku is off, Pulisic. Spinazzola is coming off.
Spinazzola does make way. One would assume Politano play on the right, Gutierrez go over across to the left.
Yeah, probably, yes. Napoli look like they've got enough energy to try to win it.
Here is Alisson Santos. What a player to throw on. Defences are tiring. Space tends to open up. Alisson Santos to take on this Rossoneri defence. Alisson Santos, Matheus Oliveira for McTominay, and then Politano! Simply loves facing Milan! And he won't let his former employers Inter run away with the title. 12 minutes to go. Napoli ahead.
We said it, Thomas. We could see that was coming from Napoli. And this man is producing another astonishing result. Politano receiving the ball on the back post area. Somehow with a half volley, he finds the net, but it's well deserved by Napoli. Was putting AC Milan under severe pressure. And this man is producing again. An underrated player, so important for Napoli. Breaks the deadlock. 1-0 Napoli.
The 7th time that he's punished Milan across his career, his favourite victims. Only just come on. Fabulous impact. Mattias Olivera McTominay leapt up. And then Matteo Politano, reminiscent of a recent goal here against Lecce, on the volley. First time hit. And Mignon beaten at his near post.
Yeah, but it's not an easy finish. Look, half a volley. Perfect. But the main mistake made by Bartesaghi, he doesn't know where Politano is. It's just ball watcher. Look, he doesn't know where the number 21 is. And this is a fantastic finish. That is a small deflection by Bartesaghi.
Loftus-Cheek. First one then to come on for Milan, of those two. Now the turn of Rafael Leao. It's been touch and go all week. Fofana makes way. Rafael Leao, the danger man for Milan. Rafael Leao. Atacame back in, and Santi Menes heads it over.
That was some ball by Atacame. First touch ball inside, immediately back. That's a good header. Wonderful ball in. It's not an easy one to play, one touch. He managed to find a good connection over the bar.
Modric. Rabiot. Rafael Leao. Flag stay down. This is Bartesaghi. Now Rabiot. Rafael Leao looking for Santi Menes. Then Atacame still there. Loftus-Cheek. Pulisic. Rafael Leao over the bar.
Yeah, misunderstanding between Leao and Pulisic. Yeah, but now you can see now AC Milan are producing the effort. Maybe too late, we don't know. And here you can see Pulisic and Leao going for the same ball. Look there.
Modric. Bartesaghi. Atacame. Rafael Leao on this right-hand side. Rafael Leao. And Milinkovic Savic in no rush here to pick himself up. Modric. Atacame. Rafael Leao. Modric. Now Alisson Santos, the break is on. Rides that challenge. Napoli can seal it late on here. And sliding in Atacame. And again.
Brilliant. Brilliant by Alisson Santos. Santos is winning here the game with this run. Fantastic impact again.
Napoli secure a 5th successive victory in the league and leapfrog Milan into second spot. Matteo Politano